Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. In the previous class, we were dealing with exercise 3.6 and today we are just going to continue with our exercise 3.6. But before we go to exercise 3.6, I want you people to have a recap of the formulas that we have seen in the previous classes. So in the previous classes, we have seen a formula for product to sum identities and also sum to product identities. So let us see the formula based on product to sum. So what were the formulas under product to sum? We had four formulas under product to sum. This is product to sum. Okay, let's see the formulas over here. We had four formulas here. Sin A cos B. So what is the formula for sin A cos B? It's half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. What is the formula for sin A cos B? Half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. What is the formula for cos A sin B? It is half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Children, when you write on this formula, when you study the formula, just see here, this is sin A cos B and this is cos A sin B. So here two functions are used and along with the two functions, the answer is sin A plus B, sin A minus B, sin A plus B, sin A minus B. Only the change in the sign is mentioned over here. That is, when you have sin cos, you have the plus sign, and when you have cos sin, the sign is minus. So be careful. You can just study these two formulas very easily. When you have sin cos, the formula is half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. And when it's cos sin, it is half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Okay, coming to the cos part, here we have cos together, we have sin together. So when you have cos together and you have sin together, whether it's when you have the same functions, you're going to take the answer as cos. So here we dealt with sin. Yes, children, when you had two different functions, the answer was in terms of sin. And when you have same function, you have the answer in terms of cos. So what is the value for cos A cos B? This is equal to half of cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. So what is the formula for cos A cos B? Half of cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. Okay, coming to the next one. Sin A sin B. What is the formula for sin A sin B? That's half of cos. Now there's a change children over here. This is cos A cos B. So you have cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Now here it's sin A sin B. Okay. So when you have sin A sin B, just keep in mind to write down the orders properly. You have half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. A minus B part comes first and A plus B part comes the later. And anyway, you have a change in the sign. So cos A cos B is half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Coming to the next one, sin A sin B is half of cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Okay, this was product to sum identities. Now let us see for sum to product identities. Again, here we have four identities. The first one is sin C plus sin D. So what is the formula for sin C plus sin D? It's 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. What is the formula for sin C plus sin D? 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. What is sin C minus sin D? 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. So there is a change, interchange. When you have C plus D, sin C plus sin D, you have 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Here it's sin C minus sin D, so it's interchange. The functions are interchange. You get 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Okay, coming to cos C plus cos D. What is the formula for cos C plus cos D? It's 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. You have both the functions as cos. So you have the answer as 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. It takes some time for learning the formulas. Anyhow, you have no choice. You have to memorize all the formulas. If you know all the formulas thoroughly, it will be very easy for you to just apply the formulas and get the answer. Okay, children? We cannot proceed the sum without knowing the formula. So you have to be thorough with the formulas. Okay, cos C minus cos D. What is the formula for cos C minus cos D? It's 2 sine C plus D by 2 sine D minus C by 2. 2 sine C plus D by 2 sine D minus C by 2. So this is the formula. So totally we have 8 formulas. There is 4 for product to sum and 4 for sum to product, and we have to use these formulas for solving our sums from exercise 3.6. Yes, we have used these formulas. Okay, children. So we are going to continue with exercise 3.6. So I just want you people to get ready with your classwork. Write on today's date, children. Take down your classwork and write down today's date. Have you taken down your classwork? Have you written today's date? Okay, good children. So in the previous classes, we have covered sum number 4 as a classwork. Till sum number 4 we have done as classwork, and I have told you to complete sum number 5, 6 and 7 to be done as homework. Okay. So now before I go to today's classwork, I want you people to take down the homework part for today. Take down the homework questions, children. Because here all the sums are based on the identity, so it doesn't take time for you people. So if you just know the identity, you can just apply a proper identity and you can just solve the sum. Every sums are mostly based on the identities, so you have to just choose a proper identity and you have to apply it and you have to get the answer. So we have completed till sum number 7. Yes, children. So your homework for today is from exercise 3.6 sum number 8. Okay, you're going to complete sum number 8 as homework. Sum number 9 we will be doing in our classwork. Then sum number 10 will be a homework. Again, it is based on the formula, so you're going to complete sum number 10 as homework. I'll be doing the 11th one. Okay, I'll do the 11th one, and 12th one will be a homework. So your homework is 8, 10 and 12. Okay, 8, 10 and 12 will be your homework. Everything is based on the identity. So just use a proper identity and get your answer. Have you taken on the homework question, children? Your homework is to complete sum number 8, sum number 10 and sum number 12. You have 3 sums for homework. Just stay on the homework questions. Okay, children. Now shall we proceed with our classwork? So now we have to start with sum number 9. So just continue with today's classwork. Write down question number 9 from exercise 3.6. Prove that 1 plus cos 2x plus cos 4x plus cos 6x is equal to 4 cos x cos 2x cos 3x. So this is a question given to you. Write on the question. So you have to prove 1 plus cos 2x, to prove 1 plus cos 2x plus cos 4x plus cos 6x. This is equal to 4 cos x cos 2x cos 3x. Cos 2x cos 3x. So this is what you have to prove. So that after taking on the question, you have to write down to prove 1 plus cos 2x plus cos 4x plus cos 6x is equal to 4 cos x cos 2x cos 3x. Okay, children? And let's start with the LHS part. I'm just going to start with the LHS part and I'm going to arrive at the RHS part. Let's take the LHS part. Head on the question over here, or just head on the heading here. LHS 1 plus cos 2x plus cos 4x plus cos 6x. Okay, children? And I'm going to apply double angle identity for this part. Okay, so we have already written some formulas for double angle identity. Do you remember that, children? We have written the formula for sine 2a, we have written the formula for cos 2a, and also we have taken on the formula for tan 2a. So here we are going to apply a double identity for cos. And we have listed 4 formulas for cos 2a. If you remember, yes, what was it? Cos square a minus sin square a, then 2 cos square a minus 1, then 1 minus 2 sin square a, and we had one more based on tan also. Yes, it was 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square a. I hope I'm correct with the formula. So we have, yes, yeah, it was 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square. So we had 4 formulas. So you people have to be thorough with all the formulas. See, actually what happens if we are thorough with the formulas, we can, by looking at the sum, we can, okay, the formula just clicks into our mind and we can do it well. If we are not thorough, means again we have to take our book, we have to search it. It takes time, no? It's a time consuming method. So better you just put some extra effort for getting your formulas memorized. The thing is, you have to know all the formulas. That's the first thing that you should do. Okay. So now here I'm just going to use one of the double angle identity, and I know that cos 2, this is in terms of x, so I'll write the formula in terms of x. So we have a formula here, cos of 2a is equal to 1 2 cos square x minus 1. So I'm just going to use this formula. So what's the formula? Cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. We have this formula in double angle identity. Yes. So now I'm just going to write down this in this format. I want 1 plus cos 2x. So I'm just going to bring this minus 1 to the LHS part. So I get here 1 plus cos 2x. This is minus 1. So when minus 1 from RHS come to the LHS, it will turn to plus 1. So I get 1 plus cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus. Oh, sorry. It's 2 cos square x because already 1 is shifted here. Yes. So what is left there? So I get the value for 1 plus cos 2x is 2 cos square x. Are you clear, children? Okay, good. So now what are we going to do? We are just going to replace 1 plus cos 2x as 2 cos square x. I just got this from the double angle identity. So you people are going to take down the step. Come on, write down the formula, children. Write down cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. I just want it in the form of 1 plus cos 2x. So what is the value for 1 plus cos 2x? It is equal to 2 cos square x. Clear, children? Okay. Now I'm just going to replace the value over here. So I get this is equal to 2 cos square x. So this part, that is 1 plus cos 2x, is written as 2 cos square x. I hope you people are clear with this. Okay, now coming to the next part. Now we have cos 4x plus cos 6x. So what are we going to do is, we are just going to apply here the formula cos c plus cos d. So before you apply the formula, try to write the formulas over here so that it will be easy for us to use the formula and get the answer. So we are just going to use the formula cos c plus cos d. Mention the formula here, children. Come on, write down the formula for cos c plus cos d. So before you just write down the formula, have a check of your formulas, okay, children? Because if the formula is wrong, everything goes wrong. So just check your answers. If you are not thorough with the formulas, just refer the formulas and you write down the formulas. So what is the formula for cos c plus cos d? Very simple formula. It's 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Write down the formula. The formula for cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. So we are just going to apply this formula for cos 4x and 6x, where 4x is c and 6x is d. 4x c, d is 6x. Shall we apply the formula over here? Okay, so I'm just going to use the formula here. Plus 2 cos of 4x plus 6x by 2, then cos of 4x minus 6x by 2. So I get 2 cos square x plus 2 cos 4x plus 6x by 2 cos 4x minus 6x by 2. Okay, children, now let's go for the calculation part. So just keep everything as it is. This is 2 cos square x plus 2 cos of, let me try to do the steps here. 4x plus 6x. What is 4 plus 6? 10. So I get 10x, and 10x upon 2 gives you 5x. This is 2 cos 5x. 4x plus 6x. 10x upon 2. I get 5x. Okay. Now cos of 4x minus 6x. 4x minus 6. 4 minus 6, children. What is 4 minus 6? Plus minus minus. The answer is 2. Which is a bigger number here? 6 is a bigger number. What is the sign for 6? It is minus. So what is the answer here? Minus 2. So what do you get here? Yeah, it's minus 2x upon 2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So what is left here? Minus x is left. Are you clear with the step, children? 4 minus 6, I get minus 2x. So minus 2x upon 2. 2 gets cancelled, and the number left is x. Only you have like x left over here. So now what is the step you have occurred at? We have got 2 cos square x plus 2 cos 5x into cos of minus x. And children, we have already written down a point when we started with our unit 3. We have already written the angles minus theta in terms of theta. Yes, do you remember that? We have written minus theta in terms of theta. And we have only two functions which changes to be positive. That is, we have cos minus theta as cos theta, and also we have sec of minus theta as sec theta. And for other functions, what happens? The negative sign comes to the front. Already we have taken down. Yes, children? So what will be the value for cos of minus x? The value for cos of minus x will be cos x, because the minus sign vanishes for cos of minus theta and sec of minus theta. Okay. So let me write down the step here. So this is equal to 2 cos square x plus 2 cos 5x into cos x. So what do you get over here? Are you clear with this step, children? So how I am changing this cos minus x? I am just trying to write down minus theta in terms of theta. So minus x will change to x. So cos of minus theta is cos theta. So I get here 2 cos square x plus 2 cos 5x into cos x. So now what are you going to do here? We have to just see whether we have any common part over here. Just see, we have two terms here where we have two common, and this is cos square x and this is cos x. That means I can take 2 common and I can take cos x common. So I get here 2 cos x as common. So when I take 2 common and cos x common, what is left here? Only cos x is left, because how many cos x is there? 2 cos x is there. Cos square x, that means cos x into cos x. From 2 cos x we have taken 1 cos x out. So what is left here, children? Yeah, good. That's cos x is left. Done. Now we have done the first part. Now let's come to the second part. So 2 is taken, cos x is taken. So what is left, children? Yes. Plus cos of 5x is left. So what we have done here? We have taken 2 into cos x to be common. And what is left over here? Cos x is left, and here 5x is left. So now again you are going to just apply the same formula, that is cos c plus cos d, and you are going to find out the answer. Come on, do the work. I just give you some time, children. You have to complete the step. No need to write down the formulas again, because we are just going to use the same formula, cos c plus cos d. So writing the formula once is enough. If you have a different formula, you have to mention the formula. But here we are going to use the same formula, so no need to mention it again. You can directly apply the formula and get the answer. Come on, do it. I hope you have applied the formula. Are you ready with your answer, children? Shall we cross check our answers? Okay, let us verify the answers. Come on. Let's check whether your answers and my answers are same. So we have 2 cos x. This is cos of c plus 2 into cos c plus d by 2. So be careful to write 2 also. Do not forget to write 2. So 2 cos of c plus d. So x plus 5x by 2 cos of x minus 5x by 2. Shall I rub this part? Have you taken on the formula, children? So 2 cos x plus 5x by 2 cos x minus 5x by 2. Okay. This is equal to 2 cos x, 2 cos x plus 5x, that is 6x by 2, 6x upon 2, 6 upon 2, 3. So I get here 3x. Okay. This is cos of x minus 5. X minus 5 means that is x minus 5x means 1 minus 5. That's minus 4 by 2. So minus 4 by 2 means minus 2x. So I'll just get here cos of minus 2x. You know the value for cos of minus 2x because we have just used here. Cos of minus theta will be cos theta. So you get here 2 cos x, 2 cos 3x and this turns to be cos 2x. Cos minus theta will change as cos theta. So the answer is 2 cos x, 2 cos 3x and cos 2x. Yes. I just want the answer in the format of this. So I want 4, then I want cos x, then 2x and 3x. So mostly I have everything. X is there, 2x is there and 3x is there. Let me write down in a proper order. So 2 into 2 gives you 4 cos x, cos 2x, cos 3x. So this is equal to RHS. So you just say here, therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Hence true. So we have completed our 9th sum. We have proved the LHS to be equal to RHS. Have you completed, children? Have you taken on the 9th sum? Is it clear? So here what we have done, we have used 2 formulas. Yes, one was double angle identity and one was sum to product. Yes. So we have used 2 identities and we have completed our sum number 9. Okay. So already I have given you sum number 10 as homework. Okay, children? So you have to complete 8 as homework. 9 is been done and you have to do 10 as homework. Now let's take on the 11th sum. Come on, children, take down the 11th question. Prove that cos of 30 minus a cos 30 plus a plus cos 45 minus a cos 45 plus a, this is equal to cos 2a plus 1 by 4. This is what you have to prove. Okay. Shall we start with the answer? Write on the question. Write down to prove. I'll start from to prove. To prove cos of 30 degree minus a cos of 30 degree plus a plus cos of 45 degree minus a cos of 45 degree plus a cos of 2a plus 1 by 4. This is the thing that you have to prove. So you have to prove cos 30 degree minus a cos 30 degree plus a plus cos 45 degree minus a cos 45 degree plus a. This is equal to cos 2a plus 1 by 4. Children, before we start with sum number 11, I just want you people to refer your exercise 3.4. Just turn out your page to exercise 3.4 and 3.4, I think it's in page number 109. Come to page 109, and what are we going to do here is we are going to use some of the formulas from the question part over here. That is, we are just going to refer the formulas from sum number 17. Just come to question number 17 from exercise 3.4. You can just see some of the identities they have given over there, and already we have proved it. Yes. So what was it? If you have sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b, it can be taken as sine square a minus sine square b. So this is also, that is, we can use some of the results also as a formula. So we are just going to use some of the results from here, that is from question number 17. First part they have given you sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b is equal to sine square a minus sine square b. If you have sine a plus b, okay, and also they have given you cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b. So now here just see, this is cos of a minus b, cos of a plus b. So mostly it's cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b. So if you have cos a plus b into cos a minus b, you can use two results. One is cos square a minus sine square b, or you can use a result cos square b minus sine square a. Okay, children? So I'm just going to use this results for solving this sum. So I just wanted you people to just show where is a particular result. So from where I'm just going to use this, use the result. I'm just going to use the result from exercise 3.4, question number 17, because already we have proved. That means that particular result is true. Yes. So we can apply the result and we can get our answer. Okay, children. Okay, now coming to our exercise back. Let's come to sum number 11 from our exercise 3.6. So it's cos a minus b and cos a plus b. Again, you have cos a minus b, cos a plus b. So I'm just going to use the result cos square a minus sine square b, the first result. So just mention the formula over here, children. Before you start with the sum, mention the identities or the formula. Cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b. This is equal to cos square a minus sine square b. So this is the formula. Get out the formula. What are the formula, children? Cos square a minus sine square b. So what is our a and what is our b, children? The a is 30 degree, and what is b here? B is a. Cos a plus b. So you can just consider this part, a plus b. So a is 30, b is a. A minus b, 30, b is a. And again we can apply the same formula over here. This is a plus b and a minus b. So you have a as 45 degree and b as a. So what is the identity we are going to use over here? We are going to use cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b is equal to cos square a minus sine square b. Okay, let's proceed further. Let's apply the formula and get the answer. So this cos square a minus sine square b, and I have told you that you are going to apply this formula for both the sets. We have one set over here and one set over here. So we are going to apply the formulas for both the sets. Let me apply the formula for the first part. So cos 30 degree minus a, cos 30 degree plus a. So the formula is cos square a minus sine square b. Be careful with the sign, children. Okay, so let me apply the formula. I get cos square a. What is a here? It's 30. So put your cos square 30 degree minus sine square b. What is b here? B is a. So sine square a. So I get cos square 30 degree minus sine square a. Okay, completed. Coming to the next part, this plus cos 45 minus a, cos 45 plus a. So the answer is cos square a minus sine square b. So cos square a means cos square 45 degree. Now here no problem because we are having a main sign as plus. So if you have a addition sign, there is no need to worry about the signs because there will be no change in the sign. You have to just write on the sign as it is. But be careful when you have a main sign as minus, because whatever terms comes after the negative sign, the sign changes. Okay. So you have to be very careful when you are being concerned with the minus sign. Okay, so I get here cos square 45 degree, and what is b here, children? Again it is a. So I get here sine square a. Are you clear with this step? So what I'm doing, I have just applied the formula cos square A minus sin square B. So what is A here? A is 30 degree. What is B here? B is A. So I get cos square 30 degree minus sin square A. For this part, I get cos square 45 degree minus sin square A. I know the value for cos 30 and I know the value for cos 45. I hope you people have the tables with you. So you can just refer your trigonometric values table and you can apply the values. So what is the value for cos 30? It is root 3 by 2. Okay children, what is the value over here? Root 3 by 2 the whole square, because this is square. So root 3 by 2 the whole square minus, this is sine square A minus sine square A. So you have same terms, sine square A, sine square A. But the coefficients are minus 1, minus 1. So what is the answer for minus 1, minus 1? The answer is minus 2. What is minus 1, minus 1? Minus 2. So I get here minus 2 sine square A. Minus 2 sine square A. Clear children? Minus minus. So minus 2 sine square A. What is the value for cos 45? It's 1 by root 2. So just put here plus 1 by root 2 the whole square. Okay. So I have just substituted the value. So I got the value for cos 30. That's root 3 by 2 the whole square. Minus sine square A minus sine square A gives you minus 2 sine square A. And cos 45 is 1 by root 2 the whole square. Let me simplify it. So what is the value for root 3 square? Root 3 square. Root 3 into root 3 gives you 3. Be careful with the square. Root 3 into root 3 gives you 3. 2 2's are 4. Okay, done. Minus 2 sine square A as it is. 1 square. 1 into 1, 1. I'll just put here plus sign 1. Root 2 square children. What is root 2 into root 2? Root 2 into root 2 is 2. What is the value for root 2 into root 2? 2. So just put here 2. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to bring the number part together. Let me bring the numbers together. So we have here, we want 1 by 4 as the answer, yes? Oh, no problem. Let me write down here. It's 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2 minus 2 sine square A. Okay, so this is what I have. Now children, just observe the RHS part carefully. I want cos 2A. Okay. And I need 1 by 4. Okay, I'll just go work out for it. But before going to 1 by 4, let's just see here. It is cos 2A. So what is the formula for cos 2A in terms of sine square A? We have seen the double. Again here we are going to use a double angle identity for cos part. We have seen a formula for cos 2A. It is 1 is 2 cos square x. That is 2 cos square A minus 1. Yes, children? And already we have used this formula in the previous sum. Yes. And now we have one more formula, and that is 1 minus 2 sine square A. Do you remember this formula? Yes. So we have cos 2A as 1 minus 2 sine square A. So now what I am going to do is, I just want here minus 2 sine square is already present. So this part is present. So I want here plus 1. Okay, what do we need here? We need here plus 1. So I am just going to bring here plus 1. So how I am going to bring here plus 1? You see here, so I have just written the formula over here. We need this formula. I will mention over here. Cos of 2A is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square A. Okay. So what I am going to do is, I need 1 minus 2 sine square A, but here half minus 2 sine square is present. So what I am going to do is, I am just going to split half. What I am going to do? I am just going to split half. So how am I going to write half as? I am going to write half as 1 minus half. See, half is written as 1 minus half. Okay children? Clear? What is the value for 1 minus half? 1 minus half is half. So you can write this half as 1 minus half. What is the value for 1 minus half from 1? You are going to remove half. So if you remove half from 1, what is left there? Half is left. So getting my point? So this half is written as 1 minus half. I hope you people are clear with this step. Okay, done. Now let's make the changes over here. So I get here, this is equal to 3 by 4 plus 1 minus half. What is the value for half? I am writing half as 1 minus half. I am not changing the value. Remember children, we don't have uh, we cannot change any particular value, only we can just do the alterations. So here half is written as 1 minus half, which are same, this half and this value are equal, so I have just splitted half as 1 minus half so that I can use the formula for cos 2a. So minus 2 sine square a, so we have 3 by 4 plus 1 minus half minus 2 sine square a, where the value for 1 minus 2 sine square a I know. What is the value for 1 minus 2 sine square a? It is cos 2a. So I'm just going to replace this as, so 3 by 4 is left here, minus half is left here. So I'm just going to write down 1 and this part as cos 2. Clear? So 1 minus 2 sine square a. What is the value for 1 minus 2 sine square a? It is cos 2a. So I'm just going to replace it as cos 2a. That's all. Now we'll take the LCM over here and let's try to find out whether we get the answer 1 by 4. So multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So 3 minus 2 by 4 plus cos 2a. So it's 1 by 4 plus cos 2. Just say this is equal to RHS. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, proof. Very clear with this, some children? Any doubts? No doubts. All are great mathematicians. Yes. So you can just understand the concepts. Anyhow, I have explained you all the steps. So just understand the steps and do your work properly. Okay, children? So whenever you have your free time, you have lot of time with you. So just try to manage your time properly and go on practicing all your sums. Do not waste your time and do not just wait for anyone. This is your subject and this is your class, so you people have to manage your time and you have to make your timetable and you have to just go on working with all the sums, and you just cannot keep your works pending till the last moment. So just get your work done by the day itself, okay children, so that you will be thorough with everything. I just believe that mostly at least some of the children are doing their works regularly. So just I appreciate them. So just keep it up children, and others start working on your sums. We have already covered 2 units and we are just nearing, yes, we are nearing to cover our unit 3. So you people also start working on your units and just try to complete all the sums from your all the 3 units. Okay, let's move to next sum. So sum number 12 is your homework, yes children. So you are going to take on the next question, that is sum number 13. Take on the 13th question. Coming to sum number 13. Okay, let's come to sum number 13. Prove that sine 4a minus 2b plus sine 4b minus 2a upon cos 4a minus 2b plus cos 4b minus 2a is equal to tan of a plus b. So this is what you have to prove. I would have given this to you as homework, very simple sum. Okay, no problem. We'll do as classwork. Already I have given you 3 sums. No problem. Let's do this. Okay. Prove that sine 4a minus 2b plus sine 4b minus 2a upon cos 4a minus 2b plus cos 4b minus 2a is equal to tan of a plus b. Have you taken on the question, children? So just write down to prove here 13 is to prove sine of So this is what you have to prove. Write down to prove sine of 4a minus 2b plus sine of 4b minus 2a upon cos 4a minus 2b plus cos 4b minus 2a is equal to tan of a plus b. So here we are going to apply the formula for sine c plus sine d. So before we go to the sum, let us write on the formula used over here. So one is we are going to write on the formula for sine c plus sine d. So c is 4a minus 2b and d is 4b minus 2a. So do not apply the formula for sine of x minus y. No. Here you're going to take this whole part as sine c and you're going to take this whole part as sine d. And this is cos c plus cos d. So we are going to use the identities for product. This is sum, yeah. We have sum to product. So let's write on the formula. So sine c plus sine d. What is the formula, children, for sine c plus sine d? 2 sine c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. 2 sine c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. And also we have to apply the formula for cos c plus cos d. We have used this formula for our earlier sums. So it's 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. That are the formulas. Sin c plus sin d is 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. And cos c plus cos d. So cos c plus cos d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Okay, so we're just going to apply these formulas and we are going to get our answer. Shall we start with the sum, children? Okay, let's start with the LHS part here. We take the LHS. Sine of 4a minus plus sine of 4b minus 2a cos of 4a minus 2 plus cos of 4b minus. This is what we have for LHS. Let me apply the identities. I have told you that you're going to take this as C and you're going to take this as D. So just consider this whole part as C and consider this whole part as D and you apply the formula. So be careful when you write down the numbers, do not get confused. So this is equal to 2 sine, I'm just going on the numerator part. So 2 sine C plus D. So I have to add these two values. So 4a minus 2b plus 4b minus 2a. I have already told you that when we are dealing with the addition sign, there is no need to worry about the signs because everything will be as it is. So 4a minus 2b plus 4b minus 2a, okay, upon 2. I'll just put here upon 2. 2 sine c plus d by 2. Coming to the cos part, cos c minus d. So here we have to be very careful. Let me take the c value first. It's 4a minus 2b. Okay, children, I am going to write it directly. So just observe here carefully. Cos c minus d. Okay, it's minus. So you have to change the sign and write. So c have taken. That's 4a minus 2b. So this is minus d. So plus will change to minus. Minus will change to plus. So plus 4b you have to write as minus 4b and minus 2a you have to write as plus 2a. Upon 2. Do not forget to write upon 2. So write down you have 2 sine a, sorry, 2 sine 4a minus 2b plus 4b minus 2a. You are going to add a and b. There is two parts, c and d part upon 2 and then you're to subtract the 2, that is 4a minus 2b. Since we are subtracting, you have to change the sign. So I have done directly over here. So 4a minus 2b as it is, change the sign. So minus 4b minus 2a will change into plus 2a upon 2. Okay, done. Now let's simplify. Okay, we have just completed the numerator part. We have still the denominator part. Let's do the denominator part first. So what is the formula? 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. So come on, just proceed in the same manner, children. Come on. I just want you people to do the work first. Apply the formula. Have you completed the steps, children? Shall we check the steps? Okay, so what do you have here? 2 cos c plus d by 2. Okay, so 2 cos of c plus d. When you have addition, no need to worry about the signs. I'll be just taking the same sign. 4a minus 2b plus 4b minus 2a. Okay, upon 2. The first part is done. Cos of c minus d. So here we have minus sign as the main sign. So be careful. C will be written as it is. That is 4a minus 2b. This is minus, so you have to change the sign. Okay. So this turns to be minus 4b. Minus 2a will change to plus 2a upon 2. So I get here 2 cos 4a minus 2b plus 4b minus 2a upon 2, and cos of 4a minus 2b minus 4b plus 2a upon 2. Now children, let me simplify it. Let's do the simplification. Be careful when you add the numbers. You have to take the same terms together. So 4a and 2a, then 2b and 4b. Okay, so be careful when you choose the numbers. Actually, this is many terms are included over here. Yes, when we come to the final step, we will be just string to one answer. We will get the answer directly as tan of a plus b. Okay, let's do the simplification. So I can cancel 2 and 2 because we have 2 in the numerator and we have 2 in the denominator. So I'll cancel 2 and 2. That works finished. Now coming to sign of, shall we do it directly? 4a minus 2a. What is 4a minus 2a? 4a minus 2a. 4a minus 2a is 2a. So I'll put here 2a. And 4b minus 2b. 4b minus 2b. 4 minus 2 plus 2. So I get here plus 2b upon 2. So what do you have here? Sine of 4a minus 2a, 2a. 4b minus 2b, 2b upon 2. Okay, done. Next, cos of 4a plus 2a. Cos of 4a plus 2a. What is 4a plus 2a? 6a. Minus 4b minus 2b. Minus minus. What is minus minus? Minus 4 minus 2 minus 6b upon 2. I get cos of 6a minus 6b upon 2. Let me come for the denominator part. Anyhow, I would have cancelled this. Okay, I'll just cancel here. No problem. Cos of 4a minus 2a. 4 minus 2, 2a. Minus 2 plus 4. Again the same part. Same terms only there. So plus 2b upon 2. And here I get cos of 4a plus 2a. That is 6a. Minus 2 minus 4. Minus 6b. This here children. This is cos 6a minus 6b upon 2. This is cos 6a minus 6b by 2. So I'll cancel these two terms. Cos term gets cancelled. So only these terms are left of sine of 2a plus 2b by 2. Cos of 2a plus 2b by 2. So we have some more steps to go on. And we come to our RHS. Are you clear with the steps, children? I'm just going slow. Just understand the concepts clearly. This is sine of. Now we have 2 common in the numerators. Okay, we'll take 2 common. It's in the inner bracket only. 2a plus b upon 2 upon cos. Again we can take common 2a plus b upon 2. Be careful, children. Just see the terms carefully. This is 2a plus 2b. So you can take 2 common from the numerator. So I get 2a plus b upon 2, 2a plus b upon 2. So we can cancel 2 and 2. Again we can cancel 2 and 2. So what is left here? Sine of a plus b upon cos of a plus b. And you know the value for sine upon cos. What is the value for sine upon cos, children? It is tan. Yes, when you divide sine by cos, you get the answer as tan. And what is the angle over here? It's a plus b. So I have got the RHS. Just say that it is equal to RHS. You can complete your answer by saying LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. Write down here. LHS is equal to RHS, hence proved. our sum number 13 and we have one more question here, children. We have one more sum, that is sum number 14. Let's complete sum number 14, and if we complete sum number 14, we will be completing with our exercise 3.6. Let's complete our exercise 3.6. Have you taken down the answers, children? Was it clear to you? Okay, good. Come on, let's move to the last sum of our exercise 3.6. You people are going to do the sums along with me. It's a lengthier sum. So let's do the sums together. Write down the sum. So show that, another question first. Show that cot of a plus 15 degree minus tan of a minus 15 degree is equal to 4 cos 2a upon 1 plus 2 sin 2a. Show that cot a plus 15 degree minus tan a minus 15 degree is equal to 4 cos 2a upon 1 plus sin 2a. Have you taken on the question? I'll be just starting with the to show part. To show cot of a plus 15 degree minus tan of a minus 15 degree, this is equal to 4 cos 2a upon 1 plus 2 sin 2a. So what you have, cot of a plus 15 degree minus tan of a minus 15 degree is equal to 4 cos 2a upon 1 plus 2 sin 2a. Let me start with the LHS part. I'll start with the LHS part. Have you done the step, children? I have told you that we are going to follow the steps together. We are going to do the sums together. So have you completed the to show part? Right on the to show part, it's cot of a plus 15 degree minus tan of a minus 15 degree is equal to 4 cos 2a upon 1 plus 2 sin 2a. Okay, let me start with the LHS part. It's cot of a plus 15 degree minus tan of a minus 15 degree. So this is your LHS part, and I'm just going to write down cot and tan in terms of cos and sin. Okay, children? So this will be written as cos a plus 15 upon sin a plus 15. And tan, you know, tan is sine by cos. So cot is a reciprocal of tan. So you have to just write cos upon sine, and here it will be sine a minus 15 and cos a minus 15. Are you clear with the first step, children? So we have changed tan as sine by cos, and we have changed cot as cos by sine. Okay, so are you clear with this? So now let us go for the next step. So we are just going to cross multiply over here. So you just get here cos of a plus 15, cos of a minus 15. Okay, cross multiplying. Cos a plus 15 into cos a minus 15. Main sign is minus. Sine of a minus 15. Sine of you have sine of a plus 15 here. Okay, then rather than the denominator together, you have to write it as sine of a plus 15 cos of a minus. Okay, just put the degree sign over here, children. If I have missed out the degree sign, you just use the degree sign. So I'm just going to cross multiply it. So I get cos a plus 15 cos a minus 15 minus sine a minus 15 sine a plus 15 upon sine a plus 15 cos a minus 15. Okay, here we have to just use the identities from our exercise. Yeah, 3.4 sum number 17. We had cos a plus b cos a minus b sine a plus b sine a minus b. Yes, children? So we're just going to use the identity. Let us use the identity first of all. I'll write the formula here. So write down cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b will be taken as cos square a minus sine square b. So for the first part, you're going to write down the formula cos square a minus sine square b. Then you have sine a plus b, sine a minus b. For this, you will take down the formula as, okay, sine square a minus sine square b. You have to take the formula as sine square A minus sine square B. And this is sine A cos B. Okay, so you have to write down the formula for sine C into sine D. Sine C sine D. What is the formula for sine C sine D? So many formulas we have to apply. Sine C into sine D. Actually, they have given in terms of A into BS. Okay, I'll just write down C into D, no problem. Anyhow, we can just write down anything. Sine C sine D, what is the formula? Sine C sine D. Oh, sine and cos is there. Sine and cos is there. So sine cos, first formula, yes. So half of sine A plus B. What is the main sign? Plus. C into sine D is half of sine C plus D plus sine C minus. So we are going to use this formulas. What is the formula? For cos A cos B, that is for the first part. For cos, here A plus B and A minus B. So when you have cos A plus B into cos A minus B, you're going to use the formula cos square A minus sine square B. And here it is sine A plus B into sine A minus B. So you're going to apply the formula sine square A minus sine square B. And in the denominator part, you have sine into cos. So sine into cos means, actually this is sine into cos. Okay, children, I have written here sine cos. So sine C into cos D is half of sine C plus D plus sine C minus D. So we are just going to apply all the formulas and we are going to get the answer. I just want to rub this part. I'll just rub this part. We need this step. Okay, let me substitute the value, children. Apply the formula and let's get the answer. So cos square A. So A is A only. Cos square A minus sine square B. So minus sine square 15 degree. Okay, done. First part is done. Minus is there. So I'll just use a bracket. Sine square A minus sine square 15 degree upon half of sine C plus D. So A plus 15 plus A minus 15 plus sine A plus 15 minus is there. So A plus 15, change the sign. Minus A plus 15. Very. If you know the formulas, everything is easy. If you don't know the formula, nothing. Okay. So what have we done? We have applied the formula for cos A plus B into cos A minus B. I got cos square A minus sine square B. Here sine A plus B into sine A minus B. So I get here sine square A minus sine square B. And here I have applied the formula for sine C into sine cos D. So I get half of sine A plus B or C plus D here. So add this to A plus 15 plus A minus 15 plus sine A plus 15 minus A plus 15. The sign will change. So minus A plus 15. Okay, let us simplify it further. So now mostly the work is done. So we have to just go with the answer. Just see whether we can cancel out any of the terms here. See here, this is cos square A, this is minus sine square 15, this is minus sine square A, and this will turn to plus. Okay, I just write one more step, no problem. And I'm going to take this 2 to the numerator part, half. So 2 will come to the numerator part. So I get here 2 cos square A, just use a bracket here, 2 cos square A minus sine square 15 degree minus sine square A minus minus will turn to plus sine square 15 degree. And try to add this. I get your sine plus 15 minus 15 goes off. So you get sine 2a plus A and A gets cancelled. I get sine 30 degree. So minus sine square 15 and plus sine square 15 gets cancelled. So I get here 2 cos square A minus sine square A upon sine 2A. I know the value for cos 30, that is half. That is sine 30. I know the value for sine 30, that is half. Okay, so we have almost reached our destination. Yes. So what is the value for cos square A minus sine square A, children? What was the proof part? What was the thing to prove? Yeah, we have to show it is 4 cos 2A upon what I have to show. So I'll just start over here. So cos square A minus sine square A, this is a double angle identity for cos 2A. We have written the first formula for cos 2A. This is equal to 2 cos 2A upon sine 2A. Just take the reciprocal over here. So this is 2 sine 2A plus 1 upon 2. Okay. So just write down here. Take this 2 to the numerator part. This turns to 4 cos 2A upon 1 plus 2 sine 2A. That's all finished. Yes, we have arrived at the answer. Yes. So cos square A minus sine square A is cos 2A. So this 2 is in the denominator. It goes to the numerator part. So I get 4 cos 2A upon 1 plus sine 2A. So this is your RHS. You say here, therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, are you clear with the steps, children? So cos square A minus sine square A changes to cos 2A. So you have to take the LCM over here. So 2 into sine 2A plus 1 by 2. So take the 2 to the numerator part. You get 4 cos 2A upon this. I have interchanged them. So with this we complete our 3.6. Yes, children, I hope you were clear with the sums that we have done today. And we will be continuing with the next exercise in the next class.